folks. It's just gone 11:30 and we are here to talk about this month's top 10 tech tips. Let me just close my chat. Hello to everybody who has joined and to everybody who is watching on replay. Thank you so much for joining again this month. So it is our standard 30 minutes to go through the top 10 tech tips that I found this month. It could be apps, it could be software, it could be a hack, it might be something to avoid. You don't know unless you tune in. So as I said, 30 minutes, it's a really quick overview. Have a pen and paper handy. If there is anything that tickles your fancy, make sure that you write it down so you can check it out in your own time. If you are on the line live, please drop a note into the chat box and just let me know that you can hear and everything is coming through loud and clear, and we will kick off. Now, there has been a few people that have signed up. Thank you so much for the webinar over the last month. So for those of you who aren't too familiar with me yet, my name is Tracy Sheen. I'm known as the Digital Guide. Thank you for the notes in the chat box. I'm known as the Digital Guide. I am the author of The End of Technophobia, a practical guide to digitizing your business, which is Australia's Business Book of the Year and Best Technology Book for 2021. These days, my life revolves around education and helping small business owners get the most out of their technology in their business. I'm the resident tech guru on Koshi's Business Builders. I've been awarded Inside Small Business Top 50 Small Business Leaders. I've done work with AUDA, which is the Internet Domain Authority for Australia, Microsoft Windows 11, Intel vPro. I'm a certified practicing marketer with the Australian Marketing Institute, and I am the founder of the Small Business Tech Club. So if you're new to these webinars or you're new to what I do, welcome, and feel free to reach out and have a chat if there's anything that I can help you with. Okay, let us crack on. The first one I want to talk to you about this month is called Hippo Video. Now, this one's really cool. It allows you to send video emails directly from your inbox and create sales pages. So we all know, we read the stats, that video is one of the most engaging forms of content that you can create. And I know myself, if I respond to an email from a prospective client and I pop a video in there, I always get a response back to go, hey, that's really cool. Thank you so much for doing that. So if you're not using videos in your sales process or in your communications with your clients, now is the opportunity to have a look at a video software platform that will do that for you. Hippo Video is one I've come across in the last month. And as I said, it allows you to record videos straight from your email inbox. You can record them, then trim them, crop them. You can even record two separate videos and connect them together. So let's say you want to, share something from the screen, but have you introducing it. You can combine both videos. You can also create sales pages that then allow you to insert a video in them, and you also get real-time analytics in terms of who's watched it, how much did they make it through, all that kind of good stuff. So Hippo Video, definitely one if you're not using video to connect and engage with your community, definitely one worth checking out. Okay, Doodle I thought was really cool. Now we've spoken quite a bit over the webinars, and if you work with me one-on-one or in the tech club, we're always talking about calendar integrations and making it really easy for people to connect with you and find a time in your calendar to talk, so you're not doing the backwards and forwards about, hey, are you available at 2 o'clock? No, 2's no good. How about 9 tomorrow? No, that doesn't work. So what Doodle does that a lot of the others don't do is allow you to find a time that works for a group of people. So most of the calendar integrations I've come across are for one-to-one appointments, right? Which is great if you're doing coaching or that type of thing. But if you've got to speak to a group of people, that's a whole other ball game in terms of trying to herd cats. But Doodle does that for you. You can create a poll that gives you various time options, and then you send it out to the group just with a link. They don't have to be a member of Doodle. They can all vote on the times that suit them. You track the responses. You find the time that works for the majority of people. You send the meeting request off the back of that poll. Really super cool. So if you are a coach, a consultant, a speaker, I know I weirdly have a few engineering clients, not weirdly that I have engineering clients, but a few engineering clients that are working in project management space, and they're often trying to get together with different, maybe the architects or whatever that looks like. And they're constantly banging up against this wall of how do we find a time that suits everybody? Doodle is the answer. All right, next one on the list is called Brain FM. I have to say this is my favorite find for the month. It is amazing. What it does is it allows you to, works great with headphones. So anyone who uses headphones, you're going to love this, but it does work without headphones and straight through the speakers as well. It allows you to create music or listen to music while you're working. But how is it different? Well, it's been a collaboration between scientists, musicians, and software geeks that have created Brain FM. So they have tapped into, the binary waves and that kind of thing that actually puts your brain into the mental state that you're looking for. So if you need to focus, if you need to concentrate, maybe you need to get creative, whatever that thing is. I'm just going to switch my phone to airplane mode. I forgot to do that. Brain FM has a piece of music that will help you to do that. Now, I've been using this for about 10 days, and I got to say, I just love it. I'm really quite surprised at how much it allows me to block everything else out and just focus. You can set timers on it and things like that. So if you're a Pomodoro fan, or, if you just want to set up 45-minute or an hour break, Brain FM is there. Now, it is a paid platform, but highly worth just checking it out and having a crack, particularly if you need to stay focused. I don't know about you, but I typically just put on classical music if I need to, really get something done. It needs to be something for me without lyrics, or my monkey brain goes off and starts singing along. So Brain FM kind of takes that to the next step and has music that is created to induce those particular waves that you're looking for in your brain. Check it out. All right. Next one is Pushbullet. Now, Pushbullet is for my Android users. So sorry to my Apple fans, doesn't work on Apple, but great concept for Android, Chrome, Firefox, and Windows. So what it does is it allows you to kind of create this platform that connects all of your devices, so it feels like you're operating on one system. So that effectively means that, let's say you're working on a HP laptop or a Surface Pro or anything like that, and you've got a Google Pixel or you've got some other kind of Android phone, Samsung, you can connect everything together. So you can type your text messages from your computer, you can shoot links and files across, you can even chat with friends, see notifications and everything. So again, me trying to operate my phone, I've got the fat finger thing that I'm forever kind of apologizing that autocorrect or I've just said the wrong thing. But if I'm on a keyboard, I can bang out a message really, really quickly. So Pushbullet's a great option for those people who want to connect everything together and live in an Android space. Okay, next one, Cave Day. Now, this one really intrigued me. I was reading reviews on this and reading an op-ed about Cave Day, and I was kind of like, I don't really get the concept, but the more I'm looking into it, the more I kind of dig the idea. And actually, interestingly, sub note, we tried to get something like this off the ground during COVID, and just, for whatever reason, it didn't kind of get up and running. So I do love that someone has made this kind of idea work. So Cave Day essentially helps you create focused work sprints. So if you are working by yourself and you're struggling to kind of get stuff done and you just are looking for a bit of accountability or, someone that can help you stay focused, stay accountable, Cave Day might be the answer that you're looking for. So essentially what it is, you choose a 1 hour cave or a 3 hour cave. They operate 7 days a week. There's time slots globally. So it doesn't matter if you're based in Australia or New Zealand or Germany or America or wherever you're based, they are operational kind of on global times. And you log into this cave, virtual cave, and there's someone there, there's an accountability person that helps you stay focused and stay accountable to work in that time sprint. So you log in, you know, there's a bit of chatter about what's going to happen and what you're going to do. And then you know, dive into your work for that period of time and check back in. So I really like the idea, and you know, it's something that I've kind of done with mates of mine when we've needed to get something done. We've kind of just said, hey, should we all log into Zoom and spend, you know, a couple of hours, and we'll spend the first 15 minutes kind of going, okay, I want to get a blog written. I want to, you know, schedule some social media. I want to do this. I want to do that, whatever those things are. We set a timer, we screens off, mics off, and we, you know, get into work. But it just has that feeling that if someone gets stuck or if there's something really starting to play up, you can switch your camera on and you can go, hey, guys, can I just interrupt you? Can I just have a quick chat about this? So, you know, I'm banging up against this problem, whatever that is. So if that sounds like you and you've been looking for something that might help you stay focused or accountable, Cave Day is certainly one to consider checking out. All right, Snackeet. Now, this is kind of interesting. This is all about web-based stories. Now, we know that stories are the things that connect us. It bypasses all of the logical parts of our brain and connects into the emotional thing when we can share a story. It's why, since time immemorial, we've sat around the fire and shared stories. Dreamtime, all of the Indigenous cultures hand down their history via stories because stories stick in our brains. So it allows you to create interactive content that you can share anywhere across the web. So socials, landing pages, websites, etc. You can track your stories and then connect them into your CRM. You can design landing pages, quizzes, forms, presentations. You can add text, you can add maps, you can add videos, you can add images. I liked images so much, I said it twice, images, and animated stickers. And then you customize the experience based on conditional logic, based on questions that people have answered. So what that means is, g'day Claire, if Claire is going through some questions and she answers yes to a particular question, I can branch off and now send her down a different story route. If Jeff says no, then I can branch Jeff off and send him down the no story route. This really reminded me of, and I'm probably showing my age here, hands up if you remember the old Choose Your Own Adventure you know, books, where at the end of the chapter you could go, you know, if you go off looking for buried treasure, go to page 125. If you turn around and go home, go to page 84. Really kind of the same idea, right? You build your stories up around how people are reacting to your quizzes, your polls, your questionnaires and things. So really cool kind of concept. I haven't played around too much with it, but I love the idea. And I think it'd be a really great way to elicit additional information out of your community once you're starting to build that engagement with them. All right, the next one is Big VU. Now, this one's been around for a while, but the reason I wanted to include this one today is because it's actually on AppSumo as a deal at the moment and a really good price. So if you've been looking for a teleprompter and a few other bits and pieces, Big VU is definitely something that is worth going and grabbing for the price point it's at. I think, don't quote me, I think it's around $59 and usually it's a few $100s on their website. Now, they call it a complete video tool. And the big thing I like about Big VU is it's a teleprompter, essentially. You can do editing, captions, music, etc. Now, it does only work on phones. So if you're someone that records on your desktop or your laptop, it's not going to work for you. But if you're someone that, you know, puts your phone on a tripod and records some videos and you're just looking for a little bit of help with the teleprompting and things, definitely a cracking resource. And I think I've spoken about it before, but definitely one to check out. It's on AppSumo, as I said, and it's a really good price point for everything that it offers for people who record via their mobiles. You can extract direct you can send directly to your socials as well, and put it in the exact dimensions. So for example, if you're sending to TikTok, it needs to be in, that kind of format. If you're sending to Instagram, it's got to be square. If you're sending to LinkedIn, it's got to be something else. So you say, yep, I want to send this off to Instagram, and it will format your video to the exact dimensions that you need it to be in. So check out Big VU on AppSumo. All right, the next one is Ignition. Now, Ignition is a very specific tool, but for people who are doing this stuff, this is kind of a game changer. Now, I spent a lot of time in project management in a former career, and during that time, we were using Microsoft Project Manager and about 12 other tools trying to house all of the information that we needed to keep the project on plan and on task and, ready to go live at the date that we needed it to go live. Since I left corporate world, I've been looking for a tool that would kind of combine all of that stuff. So if you're looking to, in Claire's case, launch a new gin, or in Jeff's case, getting ready to launch a retreat, or whatever it is that you do, often we have these hard deadlines that we're coming up against, and we're looking for something that can just, organize our brain and keep everything on task. Ignition does that for you. Centralizes the documentation, tasks, assets, automates statuses that allows you to share the progress of your product launch. So that was the big one for me in project management with Microsoft Project Manager. As you had these little timelines that I could go in and make green, amber, or red and update, external teams to say, hey, we're waiting on you for this bit now. The time's blowing out, whatever that means. This does that for you, gives you a dashboard. So at a glance, you can look at timelines, the progress of how the project is coming along, milestones if you're running to time, if you're waiting on things for people. You can build in roadmaps and integrations as well. And apologies for the typo. I know there's going to be someone on the line doing those ones when they look at that, so apologies for that. So if you are someone who loves the concept of project management or runs to deadlines, and you're looking for something that is going to help you keep a sense of, all of those individual little bits and pieces, then Ignition is definitely one worth checking out. All right, the next one is Keyword Hero. So I know a few of you on today's call and also watching on the replay joined me for our webinar that we had around Topic Buddy earlier this week. This is kind of like a really pared back miniature version of Topic Buddy. Topic Buddy gives you 30,000 odd data points to be creating content. Keyword Hero gives you 9. But what it does is it helps you find, real organic keywords, gives you ideas around, what keywords people are looking for to land on your page, drives traffic, conversion, and revenue. A kind of a mini version is the best way of saying of Topic Buddy, but it also, a little bit cheaper if you're just starting to look at, well, what are people actually searching for to find me? What are the keywords I need to be thinking about and writing about and creating content around? Keyword Hero might be a good option for you to have a look at, just to get a handle on, what people are searching for, etc. All right, the last one for this month is Tik Tok Pulse. Good grief, I'm getting quicker and quicker with these things, aren't I? So pop a note in the chat if there's any that you want me to go back to and talk a little bit more in detail. Now, Tik Tok Pulse is more just an update that this is coming, as opposed to, an app or a bit of software or anything, just to kind of just let you know that this is over the hill and this is where TikTok are headed. So TikTok Pulse is a new advertising option that TikTok has created for brands. And what it's doing is allowing you to show your ads to the top 4% of content that's created. So it's really putting you in front of you know, the big players on TikTok, the people that are really pulling in the reach and the volume. Now, at the moment, because it's only just launching and they're kind of, my guess, and this has not been confirmed, but my guess, knowing how these guys kind of work, is that they're trialing to see how this is going to go for a few of their bigger players. And if it works and if everybody's happy with it, then they will roll it out across the rest of the brand. So at the moment, they only have 12 categories available. So if you see there, beauty, fashion, cooking, gaming are a few of them. Beauty and fashion are probably the two biggest money revenue spinners for TikTok. So no doubt that's why they have launched with, you know, a focus on those particular categories. And for now, it's only available to creators that have more than 100,000 followers. So again, nothing for you to do right now. Just be aware that this is where TikTok is going. This is where, you know, they're now looking to add that additional monetary revenue stream into their advertising. And this is how they're thinking they're going to push out their content and make sure that they're giving you, in their minds, best bang for buck. If you're going to pay to play, this is how they're going to display the content and make sure that you're being seen by the top people. The platform's top 4% of content right now absolutely sits within those 12 categories too. So again, no surprise that they've aligned that with beauty, fashion, cooking, etc. That's the most popular forms of content on TikTok right now. So it makes sense if they're going to trial rolling out some kind of revenue option for them in terms of advertising, that they're going to align it with the content that generates the most views and the most followers, etc. So nothing right now, just again, park it in the back of your mind to kind of go, okay, this is where TikTok is headed. Okay. Just a reminder, the Small Business Tech Club, the doors are open if you're interested in information. This month, we focused all on LinkedIn. Next month, we're spending the month focusing on all of the changes happening around Google Business Profile. So it's moved from Google My Business to Google Business Profile. They're shutting down the app. They're moving to Google Search and Google Maps for you to update content. There's a lot of changes in the back end in terms of what you need to do to optimize your profile and to be seen by Google by using that facility. So that's the thing we're focusing on next month. We've got 8 minutes. Let's go back through the top 10 quickly. If anyone has any that they're kind of like, hey, that's really cool, I'm going to give that a crack, pop it into the chat box. Love to know what floats your boat for the month. And if there's any that you want me to stop and talk a little bit more about, again, pop that into the chat. Happy to pause briefly and talk a little bit more about that. So we started with Hippo Video. Hippo Video is the one that allows you to create video emails directly from your inbox. So again, plenty of other options. You know, there's a lot of other options out there. Hippo Video is the latest that I've seen that does some pretty cool stuff. So if you're a Google Chrome user, Firefox, there's extensions that you can use that you can just, you know, be opening up an email and go, hey, I've got to respond to Paul. I'm going to create a quick video and do that on the fly as well. So Hippo Video, cool one for creating sales pages, video emails for your clients, etc. You can also automate email sequences and stuff, which is really kind of nice off the back end. Doodle, love the concept of this. This is for anybody who needs to get a group of people together at the same day and the same time. Again, a bit like herding cats. So Doodle allows you to create a poll, which you just send the link to the poll out. Everybody votes. You choose the one that's the most popular and then send a meeting request out from there. Saves you stuffing around so much in the back end. Brain FM has been my favorite. I just love the concept of scientists and musos and boffins getting together and going, we need to create something here, and this is the outcome. Stay calm and listen to music. So if you have a chunk of work that you need to get done, you can choose a piece of music that will attune your brain to focus, to concentrate, to create, to do whatever it is that you need to do. Love Brain FM. That's my hands down favorite for the month. Pushbullet is a way to collate all of your devices if you're an Android Microsoft Windows user. So works across Android, and Chrome and Firefox and Windows. Allows you to send and receive text messages from your desktop or Surface Pro or whatever it is that you're using. Send files, send links, chat with friends, see notifications, do all of that kind of stuff. Jeff saying that he's been using Brain FM for a while. Love that. I'm going to have a chat to you about how you find it. And he's in for Ignition and Big VU as well. Awesome. Cave Day. Love the concept. I think this is one you're probably worth Googling and having a look at. Love the concept if you're struggling to get stuff done, of just locking into a 1 hour or 3 hour sprint and spending time with, you know, some people who can hold you to account, set the intention for the session and let you go off and get stuff done. Love that they have global time zones. Love that it operates 7 days a week. Snackeet is the web-based story. So again, I think of this like you choose your own adventure. So you can create that conditional logic. So Claire says yes, put her down that pathway. Jeff says no, put him down that pathway, and you can keep the story going. So there's a lot of really cool stuff that I think you could do with this. Probably out of all of the ones we talk about today, I see Snackeet's probably got the biggest learning curve. Big VU is the one I talked about as the teleprompter for those people who record via their mobile phone. It's got a few additional things like green screen editing, being able to trim, add captions, add music, that kind of thing. And I do like that you can post directly to your socials and it will export in the format that you need it to do. Ignition, this is the other one that Jeff was interested in. If you are creating stuff that has a hard deadline to go to market and you've been looking for a solid project management tool, Ignition is one to definitely check out. I just love that it kind of brings all the stuff that a project manager, you know, geeks out about. So if that means anything to you, you're going to love checking out Ignition. Keyword Heroes, like I said, it's kind of the really pared back version of Topic Buddy. Gives you 9 different sources of data, so certainly not 30,000, but it will give you a start to helping you find those organic keywords and things that people are searching for. And then the last one for the month we talked about was just keeping half an ear open and thinking about what TikTok are up to in terms of their new advertising option, which is just kicking off. They're calling Tik Tok Pulse, as I said, only available to creators that have more than 100,000 followers. They're limiting it to 12 categories at the moment. And what it does is put your content, put your ads in front of the top 4% of content. So I can see this doing really well for, you know, the bigger brands that are playing in this space. So if we're thinking about beauty, you know, L'Oreal and, you know, all of the ones that are spending a load of money trying to get in front of this audience, this is going to do really well for them. I see that this will roll out across the whole platform, and they'll need to figure out ways to tailor the ads to fit the right content providers, because that's my only glitch I see with this right now is, you know, I haven't seen behind the scenes yet to kind of say, okay, I'm advertising beauty, so I need to be in front of these type of creators, because otherwise that would be a real mess, right? A reminder about the Small Business Tech Club. The doors are open. We would love to see you. I'd love to have a chat to you a little bit more about how the Small Business Tech Club could help you. But if you check out my website, thedigitalguide.com.au, you can check out the Tech Club from the homepage. So you'll see an option as you scroll down towards the bottom there to have a look at what the Tech Club has to offer. Click on there, whole bunch of information around what we do. We catch up 3 times a month. We have a masterclass. We have a guest expert. You know, it really is about you getting the most from your technology and learning it in a group environment. So you then have this safe little community that you can be checking in with and, you know, building that engagement and building those friendships. So, you know, you're learning together and you're all leveling up together. As always, if I can be of any help, my email is there, info@thedigitalguide.com.au. If we're not connected on LinkedIn, /Tracy Sheen, you'll find me. If you're not connected on Facebook, make sure that you're giving me a follow. I've still got a couple of webinars to go for this month. There's one tonight for Gold Coast Libraries, so if anyone's coming along to that, look forward to seeing you. Next Tuesday the 31st, if anyone's an author in the group, I'm doing one with Publish Central for the top 10 tech tools for authors. So hit me up if you want a link to make sure that you join us for that. And then there's a bunch of awesome webinars coming along next month, including how to get your Zoom on in 2022, because there's been a lot of updates with Zoom that we need to talk about and we need to share. That's it for this month 10. Jeff's going to go with Ignition and Big VU. Thank you, Jeff. Claire, I reckon you'll be all over Ignition, but probably want to chat to you about that. Thanks always, everyone who turned up live, and for those of you watching on replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to give the video a like, a thumbs up on YouTube, and subscribe to the channel. I'm always putting up fresh, quick little tech tips, and would love to have you as a follower on YouTube. That's it for this month. I will see you next month with our top 10 tech tips webinar for June, halfway through the year. See ya.